stars hit their light, building dreams to lift us up, breaking through the night. Silent hands that shaped our path, crafting hope unseen. Now the dawn of a new age for the digital stream. The future is here. We stand up and cheer. The work done in quiet, now the world will hear. Bridges built with care and love for all humanity. The internet reborn today in joyous unity. We stand up and cheer. The work is done in quiet, now the world will hear, see and feel the power of ONPASSIVE. So open your eyes, let the vision be clear. The dreams of tomorrow are suddenly near. Now the world will hear, see and feel the power of ONPASSIVE. Bridges built with care and love for all humanity. The internet reborn today in joyous unity. And heal the power of ONPASSIVE. So open your eyes, let the vision be clear. The dreams of tomorrow are suddenly near. Now the world will hear, see and feel the power of ONPASSIVE.
Stop going there.
It says the new payment processor is now live. They will be able to be used very, very shortly. But more importantly, this is going to be for new people to begin with. Remember what has always been said, that things need to be sorted first. Okay, we have a backlog that needs to be addressed first before we then move on to the next stage. The bottom line is, it's completely out of ONPASSIVE's hands. There's two examples at the bottom of the screen of the two of the Visa and the MasterCard payments. That you will see on your slips. If you make a payment, okay, it's given the two examples of the names, which you will see. So if you see those names, okay, you've been given fair warning that what they're going to be. So we don't need to have any of this hotel in Mexico or anything like that. Straight out into the open before it's even gone live. We are told what you are going to see on that payment slip for any payments that are coming forwards. And remember, it says in great big bold letters at the bottom, this is only an example, okay? It's not telling you or making any relevance to the amount that will have to be paid.
Fair warning that what they're going to be. So we don't need to have any of this hotel in Mexico or anything like that.
Karma's a bitch.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all having a fabulous, fabulous day. It is a wonderful day for the people of ONPASSIVE as they are awaiting their payments, I am sure, today, all day long. Just so excited because ONPASSIVE finally, allegedly, got a payment processor. Andy is here. Good to see you. We have Alps here, and Mr. Level has joined us. And Violet is here. Good to see you. Joe is here, although he says he can't be here for long, but we're happy to have him here for however long he is. Jelly Snack! Jelly! Jelly! Chris is here and says that Red can't afford the tube with what Colonel Daniel Lee donates every week. I don't know much about what he donates. I don't really pay attention to that as much as I should, maybe. I'm just saying. Hello, Sam. Good to see you. So yes, ONPASSIVE has allegedly gotten themselves a payment merchant, and everyone is very, very, very excited. So I thought we would see what everyone was saying over the last couple days, and we would talk a little bit about the merchant as well. You think that he gives Red $1 a day? Probably. You know what they say. $1 a day can keep a scammer at bay. I don't know who says that. I just made it up, but you can start saying it now. So speaking of Redford. Bah! Jesus Christ, I went blind. Red? Hi. You're live. Very good. Yep. You're here. Are you gonna?
Okay, hello. Sorry
Hello.
about the fuzziness at the moment. Not quite sure why we're a little bit fuzzy, but welcome everyone. Good to be here as always. If you're wondering,
I feel like you're always just fuzzy and ONPASSIVE.
why I waited a little bit of time at the beginning is because Gina Lever actually messaged me to say, Red, did you know that there's an advert at the beginning of your lives that cuts off on what you have said? So I'm hoping that I gave it enough time of 30 seconds to allow everyone to listen into me for today's session. And today is Wednesday, the 19th of June. Hope everybody is having a great day. I certainly am. As you notice, big smile on my face today. Why? Because big news.
Yeah, why, Red? Why is there a big smile on your face today? I feel like he looks the same as every other day, though. Is it just me?
News. And as the heading said, only good news. Why? Because we have a brand new pop-up in your ecosystem that is there for all of you to go and have a read of. I'm not going to start covering that.
Yes, I covered it in a video yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out.
Right now on this session. But I am going to cover some of it on ONPASSIVE 360. And talking of ONPASSIVE 360, which is coming up in less than an hour, the link for this has been posted already in your OFounders back office. That's where you'll find it. And obviously it is on social media sites as well.
I went in my back office and it wasn't in there, but cool.
For people to be able to join. Our CEO, Ashmufara, has been sent the link, but we will always say that is no guarantee that he will be on, but he has.
But also he said he was going to take time off to recover, you know, that crazy ear surgery he had and everything, you know. Jelly says this seems to be the only update that they refuse to overanalyze because they don't want to come to terms with the fact ONPASSIVE wants more money, right? Right? They talked a lot in that stream about how the payment processor would give them the ability to charge for OConnect again. That was certainly mentioned. And that the Indian O-founders should be very excited because they'll be able to use the app on their mobile phone to pay for OConnect. That was brought up. Following the laws was brought up, funnily enough. But there was nothing brought up about people getting their commissions, which I found very, very interesting. You haven't checked your back office? See, I watched Reds do this stream, and I came in right about when he was saying this. And I went to my back office, and there was nothing in mine. But maybe they finally figured out how to only send the link out to certain people. Like that's all I can think, because I was like, there's nothing in the back office. You guys know if I'm watching something and they say there's something in the back office, there's a link, I'm logging right in. And I didn't have one. So I was like, did they finally figure that out? Are they only sending it to certain people? And they might have been, because you'll notice the language he used here was for you to join. And I was like, oh, maybe that's why, because it sounds like that's for people to join on the panel. And I do know that they did want to try to be more careful about handing that one out, because they haven't figured out how to fix random people popping up on the panel. So their way of fixing that is only sending the link out to people that they want on the panel. You know, because why fix the software problem? Pig hand waving to you, devil's advocate. But they don't want you trying to pay yet. That's right. Hold off until they tell you. They just have a processor for when they are ready to charge for O Connect again in 4 months.
Got the link, and obviously we are having 360. If he turns up, amazing, fantastic. Is what we want, isn't it? If we want to listen to our CEO. If he doesn't, obviously we will go through.
The Recovering Hunbot did just stream that yesterday, so you can go and check that out over on her channel.
The information that is there for all of you today, and to try and not pick the bones out of it, but certainly to put it in a bit of layman's terms so that you might understand it a little bit better. But fantastic news in all around. They really think everybody's really, really dumb. I love it. Marty and Chris have been saying for a while now, for a couple of weeks, that, well, especially this last week, that when things are as quiet as they have
connect, everyone works perfectly.
Have been from our point of view, from our end, it always means that there's something really big happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that you've just convinced yourselves of that. You're just like, we've decided that at all times, something behind the scenes spectacular is going on. Because Ash comes out and tells us that every once in a while. It doesn't actually mean that spectacular things are going on behind the scenes.
And we always get very good news when we get that as well. Talking of Ash, by the way,
this might have been the first time they've really had some decent news. Because here's the thing. All right, I want people to get their commissions. Okay? This situation is worse if people are not paid their commissions. We do not want people to be victimized by this scam, its products, any services, these people. We don't want that. So we're hoping that people will be able to get at least these commissions that are owed. The issue is that these guys are acting like they're about to be handed millions of dollars and it's going to save the world. And that's not the case. I mean, right now, the most that they would be getting back would be $143 US. So yes, Albs, like $5 million Canadian. I beat you to it. And so like, that's the issue, right? The issue is that, the other issue is that nothing has changed. What has changed that has allowed them to suddenly secure a merchant? Because see, if they had the mediation and they had come to agreement, and then right now they were like, we've secured a merchant, that would make some sense to me. I might not be as suspicious because I would be like, yeah, okay, they, came to an agreement. Maybe the merchant is cool with that. Might make some sense. The issue is that nothing has changed here. From September to today, when they've had all of the issues with the merchants, right? Not one thing has changed. And that's what got me suspicious about the merchants. Is I was like, but how? Mark says, back in London, is non-passive viral at last? New payment processor. Has the world acquired new millionaires? I'm sure they will soon, like Devil said, and then they'll all live happily ever after. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. There's nothing that has changed, though. And that was my first, wait, they have a merchant, but what has changed?
Is traveling at the moment. Marty told me this earlier on. So we are hopeful that he comes on, but there's no guarantee. But it's some of the best news we could have had for a while now. And we will run over this between myself and Marty and Chris on ONPASSIVE 360. And obviously, if our CEO is there, then he can do that. He can bring us up to date. Obviously, I'll give you the...
I promise you, when we are done watching this red video, I am going to go through all of the information about the payment processors because I want you to know it before we go and we watch Chris and Marty's live from today. Because if you know what I know, it's going to be more funny for you when Marty explains that these are merchants. And I want us all to have a grand time over here.
Week in review. Again, it might not look like there's a lot been happening in the week in ONPASSIVE, but there has been a lot of movement in certainly a lot of areas, and I'll update you on that over the last 7 days on ONPASSIVE 360. But very happy, very good news for all of us.
Very happy
that it's certainly looking like things are now progressing in the right direction.
And that's a fair assumption for Red to make. Because remember, to these guys, the only issue is that they didn't have a merchant. Because they think that the last merchant is fucking them over or something. So to them right now, in this moment, all their problems have been solved.
And that pop-up really does explain an awful lot of things as well. So you should be happy. You should be pleased. And obviously, we wait for more news, as it said in the pop-up. Very important. Also, one thing as well that I wanted to talk about,
of course, right.
Whilst we are here about ONPASSIVE, is I've been saying again for a while now that one of the daily places that I go to for information is oimedia.news. And I have been saying that for me, it's a really good place to get information, not about ONPASSIVE particularly at all, but certainly about AI technology.
Which, again, so you're aware then that all of the stuff about AI technology that ONPASSIVE puts on their blogs and on O Media and etc. has not a thing to do with ONPASSIVE. And you don't have an issue with that? Because sometimes, most of the time, they are trying to pass it off as if it does have something to do with it. And I'm just kind of like, if you know that they're just talking generally about AI, but they're using that on their site in such a manipulative way, how can you be okay with that, Red?
They do specifically target things in the AI tech world. And I was extremely pleased and happy to read on there today about a
what?
Planned AI data center.
Did you fucking not remember what you were happy about just now? Did you just have to bring it up again? And to be like, this is actually what I've been excited about. He's like, about. You can see him, you know, moving around there, bringing it up on the computer. Oh yeah, that's what it was. The new data centers. Yeah, that was it. Not ONPASSIVE's data centers either, by the way.
That's going to cost £3 billion, not dollars, in England. Now, I'm clutching at straws by saying this, but hasn't our CEO been talking about the UK as far as data centers is?
These are not his data centers. Oh my God. Ash comes on a live stream one time and mentions that he probably wants to put some in the UK. And then like 2 years later, you read some article that says that they're building new data centers in the UK, and you just decide that, hey, didn't Ash say that? I bet you that has something to do with us. No!
Concerned for a while now. And
No!
This is to do with a planning application. And the parish council are holding a session.
Do you think he has £3 million to put that many data centers out there? Are you not wondering how Ash would have the £3 million in order to do that, but he doesn't have £1 to put in your fucking bank account for your commissions? Because that would be at the forefront of my mind. Marty's chair needs an entire federal agency on its own to regulate it. It's a whole being in itself. The only reason Red got the boat is because he knows he's going to need to be offshore soon, probably.
To discuss plans for a £3 billion AI data center. The project is planned to be built on land close to the A160 at Harborough, and this is in the Immingham area, which is the South Killingham village. Parish Council will meet at 7 p.m. British Standard Time at the local community centre, along with representatives of North Lincolnshire District Council, and the developer is Greystock Land will be present at this meeting. Application documents include the Humber Tech Park, which could create 370 full-time jobs in the area, in addition to thousands more during construction, according to local reporting.
There you go, Red. You can go get a job building data centers, actually make some money. Do better doing that than sitting here hoping that ONPASSIVE pays you one day.
In service. The scheme involves creating an agricultural greenhouse of 33 feet, 10 meters high, which will be heated using the excess heat from data centers. Now, that's a pretty cool thing on its own, isn't it? That we all know that the power needed to actually make data centers work give off an awful lot of heat. And this is one of the problems. And what they're doing is they're going to recycle that heat to help heat.
The way that he's explaining this, you would think that as he's explaining it, he would come to the realization that Ash and ONPASSIVE don't have the resources to do any of these things. But he doesn't, and just keeps on explaining it and reading the article. You're watching Cognitive Dissonance live.
A place for agriculture. He said the 3 building projects will be able to accommodate 384 megawatts of informational electrical load, making it one of the largest data centers in Europe. And the more native comments were made to the application for and against. And obviously, me as a UKan, this is pretty big news that is happening in our country. Does it tie in with what has been our CEO has been talking about? Well, we don't know, but we will certainly wait and see. But it's also,
I don't think so.
Like I said, a very good source of information to go to as far as AI tech is concerned.
You're the only one
there on a daily basis, like I go absolutely everywhere. So we will bring you up to date with the pop-up on 360. And obviously, we'll just go over some of the terminologies in that pop-up to try and explain things a little bit more. Like I said, try and come along if you can do. It's going to be in 45 minutes' time. Okay, and remember, there's no guarantee that our CEO will be there, but he has the link.
So it's kind of funny because Red broke the news to his like people on his channel about the payment processors before he went on the 360 for them to announce the news.
Or he certainly has been sent the link. We also know that he is at the moment on the road and traveling.
Me
but
either.
We are excited
UK.
about the news we've received today. And
that's a new one. And I know a lot of people from the UK. And I've never once heard any of them consider themselves a UKian. That's not, I don't believe that's a thing. Hello, Satan.
all of you should be. It is extremely good news for all of us, that's for sure. Anyway, that's it for me. Little bit of a warm-up. Be there if you can. If not, the replay will certainly be posted up on the YouTube channels. Talking of replays that have been posted, Marty, Chris did their first of the China Spotlight. That was posted out last night at some point. So if you want to go and have a look at that, please, it's on their YouTube channels. And also, more importantly, if you want to be participants in Shine the Spotlight, drop them a message, either email or via the messaging service. Also, if you've got a whole community in an area together that want to be on it, even better. Okay, but get hold of them and they will certainly get you on and shine the spotlight on them. Remember, guys, I'm away tomorrow to France until Monday. I'll try and do a live if I can in between. Would like to show you around the chateau. That'd be nice.
Oh, yeah.
At my niece's wedding.
Why? 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 You're gonna be at your niece's wedding. Like, go get off of here for a day and go and enjoy your family for like one day without having to go live about ONPASSIVE. I thought this was all about time freedom. All about time freedom. But then he's like, oh, I'm going to be at my niece's wedding, so I'll try to do a live in between. Like, no. No. If I was going to a wedding this weekend, you would not be hearing from me. In fact, you're probably not going to hear from me much at all this weekend because I tend to spend the weekend with my family. I don't understand this behavior, Red. Mark says, Red is so full of crap. Marty and Chris are like idiots when they talk, but Red tries to be serious, which makes it even more embarrassing, right? Makes it more funny sometimes. You know? Yeah, like go have some drinks, have a good time. We won't judge you, you know? But Jesus Christ, just like go spend the day enjoying a wedding.
Obviously, if any more news comes your way, I'll certainly put it on my Facebook page. So that
apparently
you can
you're
stay
UK,
up to date. Anyway, that's it for me for now. I'll see you all in 45 minutes time. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for that, Red. That was very helpful, of course. Very, very helpful, of course. So before we go and watch Marty and Chris from today, I just thought we'd take a moment just to kind of talk about the new ONPASSIVE merchant. Allegedly, there's 2 of them, believe it or not. Because this was, of course, the message in the back office that was left yesterday morning at 6:30 in the morning. And as you can see, it does list a sample transaction message. Now, TRXN, I do know, I had a couple people that were like, don't you know that TRXN stands for transaction? Yes, I know. Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to be funny. I thought it would be funnier if I just read it as Turkson because most people, we don't know that that stands for transaction. Okay? Anyway, let's get back to this. Yay! You've heard of ONPASSIVE, though. That's right. That's right. So, as you can see here, the sample transaction message says that it's going to come from two companies. One of them is called Transco Mobile PC Repair Hub Company Limited, and the other one is called Edge Networks. This processor is located conveniently in the heart of a secret, unregulated country. So, when you look up Transcom Mobile, all right, their domain, its registrar is a place called Porkburn LLC, and it was registered on May 9th of this year. It was last updated on the 13th of May of this year, and the organization that it's apparently attached to is Private by Design LLC. So I went and looked up all of it. So this is the Porkburn one. And they say that they're an amazing, awesome, ICANN accredited domain name registrar based out of the Pacific Northwest. We're different, we're easy, and we're affordable. Use us, you won't be sorry. If you don't use us, we'll be sad, but we'll still love you. I thought it was cute. Okay, it's cute. And the Private by Design LLC is affiliated with them. So I also was able to find that. So they are a legitimate company. Now let's talk about the company that is allegedly the merchant. All right. Apparently, it does expert PC repair in Ghana. No, not the PNW. I'm embarrassed for my region. So they say they're an expert PC repair in Ghana. That's what they apparently do. And you can look it up, Transcom Mobile PC Repair Hub Company. There it is. Copyright from 2024, because it just became a thing in 2024. And as you can see, it does say that their location is in Accra, Ghana, and they do have an email that you can look them up with. They also have a website, and this is their website here, and they list off their services. So they claim that they do hardware repair. Trust our skilled technicians to diagnose and repair a wide range of hardware issues with precision and efficiency. Whether it's a broken screen, malfunctioning keyboard, or faulty motherboard, we've got you covered. They do software troubleshooting. Experience frequent crashes or software errors? Our experts can diagnose and resolve software issues to restore your computer's functionality and performance. Say goodbye to slow performance and pesky viruses with our software troubleshooting services. They do data recovery. Accidentally deleted important files or experiencing data loss due to hardware failure? Oh no! But our data recovery specialists can help retrieve your valuable data and restore it to its original state. Thank God for that. They do virus and malware removal. They should maybe check out ONPASSIVE.com, I'm just saying. Protect your data and privacy with our virus and malware removal services. We'll scan your computer for malicious software and remove any threats to ensure your system is clean and secure. And they do upgrades and maintenance. Keep your computer up to date and running smoothly with our upgrade and maintenance services, including hardware upgrades, software upgrades, and routine maintenance checks. Get in touch. Contact us today for reliable, efficient, and affordable computer maintenance and repair services. And there's the copyright thing there at the bottom of the screen, just in case you didn't believe me before. Just saying, damn, look at that rack. PC repair in Ghana with a WordPress website. Not sus at all. Please take my money. Right? They are more advanced in technology than ONPASSIVE. We got to give them that. That's for sure. So let's take a look at the other website merchant that they claimed that they are using. It is somebody called EdgeFi or EdgeFi. Edge Networks is now called EdgeFi, which is interesting that this company has changed their name to EdgeFi. However, for some reason, the example given by ONPASSIVE is actually called Edge Networks, which they don't go by anymore. So just keep that in mind. This is it here. As you can see, it's called EdgeFi, and it actually is a real cybersecurity company. In fact, it's a real cybersecurity company, and one of its main offices is even here in Vancouver, Canada. This is their website here. Cybersecurity designed to evolve with the times. Dealing with security is chaos. That's why we exist. We contain the chaos so you can focus on what you do best. So they design, they build a roadmap, team jumps in to intimately get to know your organization and the impact of cybersecurity. Solve. We don't just talk the talk. We will get to work with a high level of attention to detail and full transparency. And thrive. Chaos is always evolving. We'll continue to partner as a strategic thought leader and implementation team. Compliance, tick all your boxes. Full service cyber firm. We help you design and implement cyber programs that kick chaos to the curb. And they go on, but basically, these are the services that they provide. All of the services here, as you can see in this list, they all have something to do with cyber security, assessing your website to make sure that you are following laws and regulations based on cybersecurity, privacy laws, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And they are a real company. And this is their old name, Edge Networks. They no longer go by this name. So it is a little bit strange that we're going to see Transco Mobile PC Repair Hub Company Limited or Edge Networks when Edge Networks is no longer called Edge Networks. Seems like Ash here might be running a little bit of a scam. Just to, further hone it in there, I just want to show you that these people do not offer any type of merchant services whatsoever. They are not payment processors. They are not merchants. Even this fake-ish website here from Transco Mobile PC Repair Hub Company Limited, what a name, right? They also are not payment processors, and they are not merchants. If you go to home, all right, expert PC repair in Ghana, 24/7 so expert support. They claim 100% customer satisfaction. Welcome to Transco Mobile PC Repair Hub Company Limited, where we are dedicated to excellence and passionate about technology. With some years of experience, we have been a leading name in the computer repair industry in Ghana. Nothing about payment processing. We strive to provide top-notch service and support to ensure your devices perform optimally. As you can see again, their services are hardware repair, software troubleshooting, data recovery, ensuring that you're following all the, privacy, security laws, blah, blah, blah. They are not payment merchants. When we are done going through these websites, we are going to hear from Chris and Marty today, where they are going to state that these are payment merchants, just to prove to you that like it's not hidden or anything on their websites. Here is an example of Clover. Clover is a payment merchant, payment processor. Okay. And as you can see right on their homepage, it will literally say, take payments, run your business, sell more. You know immediately upon going to the website that this is a payment merchant. Your Clover point of sale system makes running your business a breeze. Have a restaurant, retail, e-commerce, or service business? Our solutions help you manage daily tasks, regardless of where your business is at. Take orders and accept payments. Manage your team. Organize inventory. Grow your customer base. Right on the homepage. I know that they're doing that. Also, in order to be a successful legal payment processor merchant, there's usually also a disclaimer down at the bottom of the page. All of them have a disclaimer at the bottom of the page that will say something like, it usually tells you like how to be eligible, right? Just to protect their ass, kind of like how I have a disclaimer at the beginning of my video. Another example is, I don't know if I'm going to say this one right, but it's Helcim, Helcim. This is also the website of a payment merchant. As you can see, once again, right on the homepage, honest credit card processing for small businesses. Whether you're just starting out or have already been taken for a ride by another credit card processor, there you go, Ash. Helcim helps you accept both in-person and online payments for less. And right away, I know it's a payment processor. You can even get started here for free. And they literally talk to you about how their card processing rates are better than other people's. And, I can tell upon scrolling this website, I'm like, yes, this is a payment processor. Very, very good. Got it. Looks like what? Here is another example of Square. Square is also a payment processing merchant. This one goes right into what are merchant services. Merchant services is an all-encompassing term. It describes the hardware, software, and financial services needed for a business to accept and process credit cards and debit cards, NFC-enabled mobile wallets, and other contactless payments online and in-store. They go into what a merchant account is and all of this, why you would need one, and then they go into their services versus financial services or independent sales organizations. And they show you, but I know right away, even from just looking at the stock images that they use, I know right away that this is a payment processing thing, There is nothing about EdgeFi on their website that says that they do payment processing whatsoever, okay? None. They tell you how to lead your team to go under governance, be compliant, be safe, follow privacy laws. They do cybersecurity operations and help manage your IT stuff. Okay, that's what they do, not a merchant. The funny thing is, this feels like a completely fake one, and I can't find much information on this being a business other than this website. But this isn't even a payment merchant. So Ash, if you're going to create a company and then have people claim it was a payment merchant, you could have at least created a payment merchant company instead of an expert PC repair company in Ghana. But that's what we're dealing with here. So this is the company, and again, I'll just scroll down again. It talks about how it fixes your PCs and helps you with data recovery and takes away malware and stuff. Not how it's a payment processor, whatever. And look at these testimonials. Transco Mobile PC Repair Hub saved our team from a major data loss some time ago. Well, it couldn't have been too far long ago, because they've only been around since May of 2024, sir. Their expertise and quick action were truly impressive. The team at Transco Mobile Repair Hub provided exceptional hardware repair services, ensuring our systems are running smoothly. Thank you, so generic. Transco Mobile Repair Hub software troubleshooting service exceeded our expectations and resolved all our computer issues. Highly recommended. Okay, Miss Jennifer, whatever you say. You know, it just seems a little weird. But hey, if you need expert PC repair services in Ghana, maybe you can go to these guys right here. But I wouldn't go to them for your payment processing needs, because they are not a payment processor or merchant. And so that kind of like is a bit iffy. And like I said, nothing has changed. Ash's credit is still the same. The SEC case is in a standstill. They have one more chance to try to mediate before the court case, and that's set for June of 2025. So like none of that's been fixed yet. So that's still looming, you know? It's not like the only way that he'd be able to get a merchant is if he had somebody else opening up a company in their name that's a fake company, and then it's all going through their name. I mean, I'll just put it out there. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but it looks like that would be the only way that he would be able to have a merchant right now, because him and his name would not be able to. And his wife being the relief defendant in this SEC case means he wouldn't put it in her name either and be able to do that. So, you know, it's a little weird. Those people in the testimonials are the staff, probably. Cocoa, coffee, and I know. Don't you love that? Right? They all have like K names. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Blacklisted. That's because they're going to change the internet and have to be stopped, right? That's what they say. That's what they claim it's for, but it's not. So now that you know all of the information that we all know about the payment processors, thanks for being here, Joe. Have a fabulous rest of the day. We're just going to now hear from Marty and Chris from earlier today. You know? So that's money laundering, wire fraud, and the person involved could be later involved. And yeah, they could get into a lot of trouble for doing that if that's what he's doing. But like I said, nothing has changed. Like, nothing's changed. So I'm putting it out there. Nothing has changed. I'm putting out there the info about these two companies they've listed. And EdgeFi or EdgeFi, sorry, I don't know how to say that one. It is a real company, guys. It has two offices. One, I believe, is in the U.S., in Washington. I think it was Washington. The other one is in Vancouver here. So I don't know if he's just like using their name or if maybe he knows somebody that's in it, but it's a little iffy. It's bizarre to me that he's using their old name. Okay, that's what is kind of the most iffy part. He's calling it Edge Networks, and it's called EdgeFi or EdgeFi. EdgeFi they changed their name like a few years ago. Maybe he didn't get the memo. Chris says they still are not getting paid their withdrawals from September. I mean, not one person has reported getting it yet. And I mean, shouldn't they be if they have their payment processors now? I'm just saying. If I saw my 80-year-old American mother send $200 to a PC repair company in Ghana, I'd assume she's being scammed. I think most people would. You would hope, right? I mean, it's not looking too great, is it? I'm midway through where Red is reading material that has nothing to do with ONPASSIVE. So strange. I know. They keep doing this. All of them. Then they do it when they're talking about the market and the value that they're going to have in the market. It's like, Jesus. Come on, you know? It's ridiculousness. Just pure ridiculousness. So we're going to have our commercial break now. And then when we return, I have Marty and Chris's live stream from today. It's about a half an hour long. We should be able to get through it. And the FTC put out an interesting short little article that I think would be nice to end this with. So we'll be right back after a message from my sponsors. Today's video is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but Lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuckboy! No one fucks with my hose! The Lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Now, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Wait, do you have a condom? You don't have one somewhere? Yes. Oi, excuse me there, sir. Do you have these directions? Sure, you just go down that way and make a turn. Don't let her know that your dinger is almost a no-go. Get Tiny Dinger condoms to you discreetly. It's very important to choose the right size, so make sure that you get your tiny size. Don't be caught without a condom. No. Get Tiny Dinger condoms, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. Located at your local CVS, pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper Drug Mart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand.
We get it. You're into feet, and not many girls are also into feet, but you finally found your dream woman. We got your souls covered now. Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Dinger Condoms, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand, and the same people who brought to you Sexual Endorphin Spray, trademarked. We have now created the Foot Fetish Fantasia Spray. When you're rubbing on her toes, take a deep breath in and smell the sweet aromas of the toilet bowl, the tire shop, dead flowers, and your nana's perfume. After all, it will turn you on more than just her pinky toe will. This little piggy has been to the market and grabbed themselves a bottle of the Foot Fetish Fantasia Spray, trademarked. It made it so much easier to wake to my ex-girlfriend's feet after she posted up her beach trip vacay photos. Grab your bottle now and make that nasty foot fragrance vanish just like a ghost. Located at CVS Pharmacy, Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Kmart, Chaz R Us, and in your favorite foot fetishist nightstand.
Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger Diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger Diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock Core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger Condoms and Fantasia Foot Spray. Buy Tiny Digger Diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsor. Yes, there are still lots of questions about the payment processor. Is it going to be paying the O founders in their OES wallet? Is it going to be paying them directly? Now, see, none of that information has been given. All they said is that you'll be able to buy O Connect through it. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Maybe Marty and Chris described more about that today. Hopefully. Let's find out.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. It is the 20th of June, and it is a Thursday, and we're going to go over some stuff to try to enlighten and maybe educate and maybe both. Who knows? Anyway, let me put the chat on so we can see people chatting. If somebody's on there that's not being nice, just send me or Chris their name. That's all.
Oh my God.
They slip in once.
And then what? What are you going to do to them?
Because I don't have anything else to do. You know, you gotta let them have a little bit of fun. One thing I wanted to say to start off, tonight at 6 o'clock, we're going to have another shine the light on a group of people, great people.
Lord.
Now we're not.
This is just for Marty and Chris to parade around marginalized groups and then look like good people.
Sure if it's going to be in OConnect because it hasn't been an extension, which is fine with me. Then we can still do it on Restream, but we will know in a little while.
Yay! There's another 10-day extension of OConnect. Oh, goody!
And whoever's on there, we will get you the link. No problem. Either way, it will be on YouTube live at the time or after the recording. So that's one thing. Next thing is I want to make sure, okay, that when you read that update, update in the OES, make sure you scroll down.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole page underneath that you need to know. One of them is, okay, it tells you what you're going to be looking for. For example, As you go down, it says, very soon you will make payment, blah, 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 stay tuned, exciting. Okay, sample transaction message. This is what you'll get in the bank. It says Visa, USD 200, spent on your blank, blank, blank credit card, blank, 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 Transco Mobile RC Repair Hub Company Ltd.
Which makes no fucking sense. Why wouldn't you be receiving the payment from ONPASSIVE LLC? You're not paying a computer repair company to repair your computer. You're not in Ghana. Are you in Ghana? This is in Ghana, getting people to repair your computer? No. No, you're not. You're in the USA. So, like, what the fuck?
So when you see that, don't panic.
Why?
If you go back there right now and you go look, it'll show you what examples that you're going to see.
That's the problem.
Won't be the exact numbers, but they want to let you know when you see.
Give me the light and bust the roll. No, but seriously, like, that's the issue, is that we're wondering, okay, first of all, why it's not the name of a payment processor at all, because I've just proved that it's not a payment processor. And then secondly, like, why is it a computer repair company in Ghana? That's fucking weird. Okay? And that's what we're wondering.
Transco Mobile RC Repair Hub. Don't panic. That is one of the merchants.
It's
the next
not.
one is Edge New Works. Don't panic.
Edge New Works? That's not what it is. You don't know how to read, Marty.
That's another one. Okay. These are companies that are going to be doing the processing. Okay. So keep that in mind.
But they're not merchants. All right. First of all, one of them isn't even a company anymore because that company's renamed. So they don't go by Edge Networks anymore. And then the other one is a computer repair company in Ghana that was opened up 1 month ago. So yeah, people should probably be worried.
Now, we do know that OConnect for the first time has not been, at this point, doesn't mean it won't, but has not been, let me get back to where I was, extended. Either way, great news. Things are moving. If you see...
Oh my Lord. Things have been extended. Yay!
Stop going there.
Stop going there.
The payment processes are there, and
for fuck's sakes,
we didn't get an extension. That's not bad news, because we might get something else, okay? Use your imagination.
So wait, there is no extension?
One other thing I want to tell you. Your extension is done. And I know people are thinking, oh, they want me to pay and I didn't get any money. That means I had to pay twice out of pocket instead of twice. 3 times instead of twice. No, that doesn't mean that. If you go right now and you go down to the bottom, like you're going to pay for OConnect, if you did, you can't if you're a founder. There's not a payment button there. So they're not letting you pay because why? Ashmupara said, oh, this is 2,999 times I've said that, you're going to pay twice. One to be a founder and one for the product one time. And the rest of the time, it will come from your earnings. The button's not there because your earnings haven't been put in your wallet.
Yeah, and you're earning $143, except it's going to cost you, it's either going to be $200 or $250. The real price is $375 quarterly. That's what they expect customers to pay, the public. They think you guys are going to want to pay $375 for this thing, while they're paying $200 or $250, and that's their like founder special. So you're only getting $143. So you will have to pay out of pocket for the next subscription of OConnect. The math is not mathing. All right? It doesn't make sense. You're not even getting paid what O Connect costs. So you are going to have to pay out of pocket. The end, like, hello, Takara. We should call MasterCard and Visa and tell them to flag these two merchants for doing business with OnPassive. Don't do that, please. Because I don't know if these merchants are aware that OnPassive is using them. One of them looks completely fake, but the other one is an actual business. And I don't know if they've done anything wrong here. It looks like Ash is just using their old business name. So that wouldn't really be fair to get them in trouble for it. Because I don't know if they're aware that Ash is doing this. He could have opened up some fake business underneath their old name, and then that's what he's using. I just wanted to show you guys that business is a business, but it's called EdgeFi or EdgeFi right now. So they're not a merchant, though. They're also they're a cybersecurity place. So it's like neither of them are merchants. So you should be wondering why their names are there. That's normal.
Okay, so don't panic.
Don't panic.
It might be a day. It looks like things are moving, okay? It looks like things are moving very, very well. And I'm really happy over that. But keep the faith like you've had. Nothing's changed. Don't read into it something that it's not. And remember,
see, that's the funny thing, because that's what irked me about this, is that I was like, wait, how do you have a payment processor? Nothing has changed.
Remember something. As said, he's no longer going to say, hey, something's coming on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Nothing. You're going to go back and it'll be there. Just like the payment processors were yesterday. We knew they were coming, but we didn't know when. All of a sudden, boom, there they were. Go ahead.
They're not payment processors, though.
Just popped up 10-day extension. Tanya, just let me know.
There you go. You got the extension.
Now we do have a 10-day extension. See, guys, they started off saying we don't have a 10-day extension. All right, you'll notice we don't have one. All right, don't worry. And now they're saying, hey, look, guys, we have one. You sent the link to your family and OnPassive to warn them about dodgy Transco Mobile in Ghana. Yeah, see that one is fake looking. My opinion on that website and the fact that it was only started on the 9th of May of this year is that it could be a fake business.
So yeah, so we are going to do the shine the light in O Connect, because we can have more people on the panel. We can record it, and we'll.
You're not even on there right now.
Everybody on YouTube. Now, the other thing that we do know, there was a couple niches in O Connect, and they were all repaired, as far as I know.
Right? Legit businesses don't need to ask you to have faith, because you are buying services and products off them. So you either get the service you paid for or you don't. You get the product or you don't get the product. You know what I mean? And usually if you don't get the product, you don't get the proper service, there's a way for them to, there's someone for you to contact to be like, hey, what the hell's going on? And most of the time they make it right for you. They don't tell you it must be your fault because you didn't have enough faith. Well, you didn't have enough faith that the Amazon package was coming, so that's why it didn't show up, okay? And that's the thing about MLMs, and that's why they're so culty in comparison to all these other businesses, even ones that do affiliate marketing or direct selling. Because it's like the only ones that you need to have faith for are these ones. MLMs, pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes, they all say, just have faith. Just, be loyal to the leader and stay engaged and have faith, and it will all work out. I
didn't see any problem. Beautiful last night. But the one thing that they know, okay, everything I'm telling you they know,
we use the term
when we do the resounds, Chris was doing resounds, clapping for people.
Ew, that's a word.
That doesn't come out audible in YouTube when you record it. No big deal. They'll fix that. And keep in mind, I want to say this again.
Okay, Marty.
Anybody that can speak English, by the way. Everybody's told, why is it got to be English? Because we won't know what you're saying if it is.
Okay.
But if you speak English, I don't care what country, and you'd like to come in and have the little bit of light shined on you so people know who you are, more than welcome. See Chris or send me an email. Chris, you could do it.
It's sort of funny because you have no problem preying on the people that don't speak English. And then once they get in the scam, then you're like, oh, well, we can't talk to you because we don't speak English. Maybe you shouldn't have preyed on a bunch of people you couldn't properly communicate with. That's your own fucking fault.
Messenger, he doesn't care.
Yeah, we're only shining the light on English speakers, just people that speak English. You know? So, you know, people from the UK, the US, maybe some Canadians. You know, if Michael Williams and Robin want to show up. But other than that, we don't want you here. And it's like, that's fucking weird. And kind of disrespectful. Like I said, they go off and prey on people that speak other languages. They use the fact that they were going to have a real-time translator specifically to prey on people that spoke different languages. Like, it was like, oh, you guys can join too, because don't worry, we're going to have this translator so that we're all going to be able to communicate. And then once we all kind of leaked the fact that they weren't working on this translator for their O-Connect, that just disappeared. And now they're like, English speakers only.
No way am I doing Messenger. Can't keep up with Messenger. Anyway, so that's what you do. And if you feel like you're in a group where you're not really being seen, or you go to webinars and you're only listening, you don't get a chance to let them know who you are, please come. I want to know who you are. Chris wants to know who you are.
They're going to use ChatGPT, but say that ONPASSIVE created this tech. I mean, that's what their chatbot is, pretty much. It's like a version of ChatGPT that they reprogrammed to just talk about ONPASSIVE. But it's not. That's not even their own tech.
And by the way, without a doubt, it makes the company stronger. It really makes the company stronger. I'm going to say this, you know, before I got on Passive, we
Man, I was watching a webinar once, and I forget whose channel I was on, but I was on one of the, I believe it's one of the Indian founders channels. And the people in the chat thought that ONPASSIVE had created the closed captioning on YouTube. Because the person that was playing the webinar had closed captioning on. They were streaming just like this, using probably a StreamYard, or I think they use Restream on their StreamYard. That's why you don't see the StreamYard logo when they stream. They use Restream, and it was just like, oh my god, guys, this is not their technology. Like, we're watching this on a YouTube channel with the closed captioning on YouTube on. ONPASSIVE is not making AI for Google and YouTube. Okay? Completely different company. Has nothing to do with it. And there were so many comments. Like, over and over again, people were like, oh my god, this translation technology is so amazing. Look at ONPASSIVE and their CC. Isn't it great? And I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god, they're not even doing it. So yeah, they already think this. They already think every time that something in technology happens, they seem to think it's ONPASSIVE.
Me and Mike and Dave.
Which again is why it's dangerous when they put out these articles about AI that other people are building, right? They very heavily imply, often, especially on their blog. The O Media site isn't as bad for it, but on their ONPASSIVE blog, every time that they post up news about AI, they make it sound like it's affecting them in some way, you know? So, you know, people that don't speak these other languages that are coming and trying to make sense out of English articles all the time are probably not really aware, and they can get tricked quite easily into believing that it's on passive technology when it's not. It's just like when they released those videos of the robots and you guys went and found out the different companies that they were stealing all of the robot videos from, right? It's like the way that they put it out makes it look like those are on passive robots. But, you know, over here we knew better because we were like, oh, they're not making any robots. But people that were in on passive from like India, South Africa, PNG, all these people were like, oh my God, they're so amazing. And then, oh, robot comes out. It looks nothing like any of those robots. And they still don't clue in. They're still like, oh my God, I'm passive robots.
We're marketers. We built teams and all that.
This person keeps misgendering.
We tried to build relationships. The problem was when you do that, you put your neck out on the line, because here's what happened all the way until we got to ONPASSIVE.
Oh, here we go again with this.
Again, there is an extension, guys. So,
okay, thank you. Yeah,
what happens when you build a relationship, if the company fails, they blame it on you. I'm willing to take that shot every time before. Now here, I'm not even worried about it. We're gonna flip this world upside down.
Is that because you do all the blaming? Because you're the one that comes on live streams and does all the blaming? Is that why, Marty?
But the power of the company, I've said from the very beginning, is the relationship we're building between each other.
The power of ONPASSIVE.
And the point is, everybody knows who Chris Johnson is, okay? Everybody knows who Marty is. We all know who Mike Williams is. We all know who Julie Wynn is. I mean, I could name all of them, Red Redford, whatever. There's some leaders out there I don't want to mention, but they love the spotlight. They're going to keep shining on themselves. That's not what ONPASSIVE is. Because I might be better at one thing or the other doesn't make me superior to anybody. There's people that know how.
That's why you always talk first, right, Marty?
How to write books. There's people that know how to do art. There's people that have many talents that I don't have. Can I relate to people? Yes, pretty well. You know why? I've been doing this type of thing.
Look, this poor person. It's always this poor Vivine. Poor Vivine here. You are a true legend, Marty. I am so happy to be ONPASSIVE with an online greats. The online greats. Marty and Chris.
My whole career before I got here, and I really enjoy it. I don't mind putting my neck out. I want to jump out. If I see an opening, I jump for it. I did the same thing when I got here. First thing I wanted to do, right away, I wanted to meet Ash. Because I knew we were going to invite people, and I got tired of inviting them to businesses that I thought might not last 2 months, 3 months. So you bring all those people, but anyway, when I met Ash, I went, oh, I'm staying here. This is my home. So
Marty, every time you tell the story of how you ended up in ONPASSIVE, you change when you had faith in this business. Like sometimes when you tell this story, you're like, I always knew from the very beginning of me being in this that this was going to be huge, massive, the best thing that ever happened to the internet. And then other times you're like, I remember going to the first few webinars I saw of Ash's, and I thought, oh, geez, this guy, he sounds like a fool. He's dreaming too big. And it took me a little while, and then I realized what we had here. And like you're doing the second one again now. It's funny. You tell a different story about when you had faith in this. Now you're saying again that it wasn't until you met Ash. Like, no, you definitely believed in this before that.
And I don't mind. And we're not marketing now, but we will be, because I believe O Connect is going to blow up. I really do. And if they're making something better than O
And
Connect,
it seemed like O Connect wasn't out, right, until September of 2023. So if you didn't have faith until O Connect and you saw it, then you were just what, hanging out for the first 3 years? Like, I don't understand.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, he says 20 years. He says he's been in MLMs for the past 20 years.
Okay. I don't know how you could get better, but obviously,
and it usually is in the form of, I've been doing this MLM thing for 20 years. And all of the MLMs that I were in for the last 20 years, they all failed. None of them paid me. They all sucked. You can only make money if you're in the top 1% in an MLM. But I know that ONPASSIVE is going to be the one that's not going to be like any of the other ones. Yeah. Usually that's the speech he likes to give.
Pumped up about redoing some of the stuff. And hey, if he's pumped up, it's got to be good.
Jesus Christ,
what
Marty.
else was I going to say? You got I believe we're going to do Bangladesh tomorrow evening. Friday. I thought you said Friday.
We're doing it. I think we were doing it at noon, as far as what Ava told me.
Well, that's okay. We're doing it at noon, but it is tomorrow. That's the main thing. Okay, we're doing it at noon, and that will be on O Connect. Now, the reason we wanted to do O Connect with them especially is getting on Restream was a nightmare. Plus, I like the idea we do it on
Restream.
We do it in O Connect so everybody can see it. If you look at the recordings, they look beautiful, even with 10 people. Only thing is a resound, and that's not a big deal. They can fix that. So that's how we're going to do it. But keep in mind, we've been doing 12 noon and 6 o'clock. Okay? We can fluctuate a little bit. If you have a team, let's say you're in a team, I don't know what, German team or French team or whatever, we'll take teams at a time. But remember, we don't. If we're in O Connect, we can have 25.
Oh, God.
But here's the problem. We really don't want to go over 10, 12 max because you want to give people time to say something. And if we run a webinar for 2-3 hours, nobody's going to watch it. We need to stay maximum 90 minutes.
I like this. They do another one of these, we react to it on Friday.
You start going over that tonight, but I would rather be at 60 minutes. But some people talk more, some people talk less. But I want people to feel comfortable being there. And I'm going to tell you something. Ask anybody that's come so far, were they nervous? Okay, you might be nervous, but not very long.
Don't be nervous. You just got to go up there and talk about how much you want to kiss Ash's ass and then how much you think ONPASSIVE will change your life. You know, just like usual. Give them your why.
One thing, my opinion, Chris is the best host on ONPASSIVE, without a doubt. I can do it. I've done it, but I suck at it. So I can chat with people. I can take this up. I can go first, but he's very good at hosting. He makes you feel wanted and being there. No doubt about it. And I know you're all thinking he's about to call my name. No, not right now. Maybe later. I'm not calling him anything. And I want to tell you, you know, I always say, people ask me, what do you want? What are you looking for? What do you want to get out of ONPASSIVE? I'm getting a lot out of ONPASSIVE right now.
Who asks you this? Because I feel like you come on every single day and tell us anyway. Like, nobody has time to ask you because every day you're doing webinars telling us the answer over and over and over again.
Okay, I'm getting a lot out of ONPASSIVE right now because I don't have a big family. Who
are these people?
My 2-3 older brothers are gone. My mom and dad are gone.
I figured it out. It's the traffic that Ash locked in his basement. That must be who's asking him. That's who it is.
I got 2 sisters. That's it. I don't know any cousins. I don't have any relatives. Nothing. So building a family online, ooh, doggy. Plus some of my relatives ugly. And everybody on ONPASSIVE is nice looking people.
It's weird.
I would say I'd get in trouble. Who's going to hear it? But anyway, so that's what we want to do. We want to build relationship. Another thing, the new website's out.
Oh God, it's
It's a
ugly.
beautiful website.
It's
I see
ugly.
when they're coming soon, and it's
I'll show you. It's ugly.
certain products, which is pretty
My
cool,
least
are very high,
favorite.
which is what we want. And then the ones we know about with that we already knew, and I'm not sure what's coming after that. Ash had said something about maybe we'll get together, and people say,
See, the sad thing is that once you're in something like this and you've like told your friends and family about it and how great it's going to be, and then it's not turning out how it was supposed to, like, it's almost like you get so embarrassed by it that you kind of just stick around hoping that something good will come out of it because you don't know how to leave. You just don't know how to leave. It's like, well, how do I walk away from this? And then what? Like, everyone in my life is right? You know? We're going to be talking about at the end of this, if someone you care about paid a scammer, how you can help. So that's the good news.
what they'd like to have, what they wish they could have, whatever. I don't know if that's going to happen still, because ONPASSIVE is very fluid. Things are woo. And now, thank God,
flexible, is it?
Ash made it secure to me and to everyone. He's got the helm. He's steering this ship, and he's going to do everything that he's good at. Let's remember something. Before Ash became our CEO, he was a master marketer. A master.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't a master marketer. He was a master recruiter in an MLM where he signed up 306 people in 1 week when he was doing Global Domains International. That's what it is. He has it on his old LinkedIn. We went through it this week. All right. I feel like I've also refreshed your memory, Marty. But he's not a master marketer. Okay? Not. And honestly, if you go watch my video that I did this week on him, I don't know if we want him to be a master marketer after he went to American Intercontinental University, based on how American Intercontinental University marketed themselves illegally and got in trouble for it. All right, we go into the full history of Ash again because I hadn't done it since I started covering him. So I thought it was time to do it again. I don't know if we want to listen to the uni that got in trouble for illegal marketing. You know, maybe we should take advice from him.
Master marketer. You don't get that name by bringing in a couple people. He built massive teams, maxed out pay plans. And what did he do? This is why his experience for us, besides having a heart like Secretariat's heart was 3 times bigger than other horses. But
what?
Besides that, he knew going through the process and from the beginning all the way it's maxed out where the
now Marty's just making up his history.
Corruption was. And he said, you know what? I don't, and he put it in that computer head of his where he'd get to a certain point and go, I don't like that there's a limitation. He put it in his head. I don't like limitations. Then he put something on his head. I don't like the idea that thousands of people are sharing.
It was like these damn laws and regulations that I'm supposed to follow. I don't like any of these limitations. Me and my lawyers are going to have to find some legal loopholes to be able to run this scam. He was very upset, you know? People did not get into ONPASSIVE to build relationships. Why do they emphasize this and not the real stuff that is not happening? To distract from the real stuff and how it's not happening. Right? It's the same with we're here to help save humanity. That was never a thing for the first 2 years that ONPASSIVE was a thing. They couldn't care less about saving humanity. See, it went from being all about marketing to all about computer softwares to help you run your MLM to being all about saving humanity to being a social club. It's very bizarre. But I mean, that is kind of the life cycle of a cult. Check out the stream I did on that too for more info.
On the same website. You put that in his head. I don't like the idea that you have to pay a monthly subscription or you have to have a quota.
For fuck's sakes.
You know, people
watch Ash make O Tracker a monthly subscription. I can't wait for that. Cause I don't see him making all of the products if we ever get to the point where he's selling them to the public for a price, right? I don't see him doing all of them quarterly payments. This thing would not be able to sustain itself then. So I can't wait until they have payments that you have to pay for monthly, and then we can go back to streams like this and be like, remember when Marty was talking about how he hates monthly subscription, guys? That was fun. You know? Mark says, please, everyone, can you spell ONPASSIVE in capitals as requested by Ash? It's the least we can do. He's working 25 times 8 in 2,000 countries for us. Yeah, I changed it around a little bit, but you know. All 2,000 countries on our globe Earth. Okay? John Barillo was in one of these guys' chats the other day, and he was the one that was telling everybody to write ONPASSIVE in capital letters. And he was getting very, very upset that people were not doing it. It was great fun.
Say to me, yeah, but MLM, the guy below you makes money. No. Listen to how it works. Here's how it works. If I bring 10 people in an MLM and I make $1,000, they don't get any overflow money unless they have to hit a quota too. Now, what does the company know? Most company MLMs, they know you can't market. So what do you have to do? You have to pay for it. That's how people get garage full of crap that they're not going to use because they're trying to build a quota so they can collect money. It's ridiculous. Who wins? The company and the 1 or 2%. In ONPASSIVE, anybody watching this, I'm not kidding. You're in, if you do the right thing, you can win. And that's the first time in my lifetime, since I was 35, 40 years, that's ever happened. Ever. And listen, could you imagine getting in a business? I'm going to tell you my journey really quick.
The irony.
I got in 5.5 years ago. I paid $143 total. Now you can break that down in 5 years times 12. What is it? Pennies?
As Takara says, if this was a legit company, why does he always have to defend it by comparing it to MLMs?
Because the $97 I paid to get in, they gave it back. The only thing I paid for is $143 for O-Connect, and they've given that to me now for 289 days with 10,000 person capacity, 25 people on the panel. Even though they had a problem with the merchants or whatever happened, they still said, oh, that's not your problem. That's our problem. We're going to give you O-Connect. No company does that. I'm talking to people.
They would, though. That's the thing. If the company, if a legit business makes a mistake on their end, right, you can usually get a hold of them, be like, hey, you made a mistake. For example, all right, my husband likes to gamble a little bit. All right. He uses some of these gambling apps. He recently placed a bet that he won, but for some reason on the board, it showed he lost. So he called up the place. He said, hey, your board's wrong. Here are the scores. They said, oh, that's our mistake. Here's some extra bets because we made a mistake. Even the gambling companies do this better than ONPASSIVE. See, that's the thing, though, is that any other company, like, let's say a place ships you out something and it shows up broken, right? You call the company and oftentimes they'll send you a new one because they'll be like, oh, shit, well, that's obviously either our fault or it's the shipping company, which is something we'd have to deal with then anyway, right? Get our insurance company to deal with that. And then they send you back out a product. Like, it is a thing. If any other company experienced an issue like this, they would have also given O Connect for free. It's not fabulous that he did that. And I also want to remind everyone, when we went over the merchants, we're not even sure if it was Ash's idea to not accept payments because they don't have a merchant. He physically cannot accept the payments. It's not like he, out of the goodness of his heart, went, you know what, I could still accept people's payments for O Connect, but I'm just not going to because I want to be a good guy and make sure I pay them first. That's not what happened. They literally did not have a merchant, so he could not take the payments. So this whole like, oh, Ash is so amazing because he did that for all of us is pure bullshit. Bullshit. It's bullshit to say it was because he wanted to be a good guy, because it's not. And it's bullshit to say that other legitimate companies don't do things for their customers when it's their mistake. Because they do. A lot of them do. I don't understand why Marty seems to think that this is like Ash's decision. Because it's not. It never has been. He should know better. Like, if they don't have a merchant, how would he be able to accept the payments? So how did he decide this out of the goodness of his heart? Sounds like he sued the merchant. All right. So they were like, fuck you, you're not using us anymore. And then he was left without a merchant. So he couldn't accept the payments. And then he tried to put a twist on it because he likes to emotionally manipulate everybody to stay in this fucking thing. That's what it was. It's just ridiculous, you know? Devil says, time equals money. Marty doesn't understand that he has been working a full-time job for no pay for the last 5 years. Right? No pay. And I'm not really sure what he could get out of this, but he's obviously getting something out of it. Here are the things they had to stop. They had no processor to collect nor send money, so they didn't do it out of kindness. Right? Like, I feel like it wasn't even his decision. That was out of his control, as they say now. Oh, everything's out of his control now. It's all the payment processors. Yeah, well, same at that time. So it wasn't out of the kindness of his heart. You know, like, I hate it when they say that. Right? Ash would love to accept more payments. He physically cannot do it. It's the only reason why. If he could, I feel like he would have still been charging for O Connect. Don't you? Don't you feel like if he had the ability to still accept it, he probably wouldn't have done things like this? I don't think it was his decision. Agent says, Marty previously said he has no friends or family, now says how great it is to have 10,000 person capacity for $143, which he'll never use, right? This is his new family. And there's no proof he sued the merchant. There isn't. But he himself came up here, said he sued the merchant, and then said he lost it. So I'm going by what Ash said he did. And he also said he lost it. He lost the lawsuit. Marty keeps saying O Connect should be used to build new family. It's preying on the lonely and vulnerable. That's what this is. That's the whole thing, just preys on the lonely and vulnerable people. Most of the people that are in this, that are going to these webinars every day, all day long, are lonely, vulnerable people. And it's like they know that a lot of them are just happy to have a place to hang out. And they prey on that. It's gross. Marty completely wrote off his brother who was trying to help him. Yep.
Watching this, if you skip by it by accident, you say, what's this guy talking about? I'm telling you, if you're looking at ways to build a business online, there is nothing like ONPASSIVE. So he could be lying. Prove me as a liar.
Might be right about that.
And I'll tell you what, don't sign up under me, sign up under anybody you see on this list.
Like, does he think he's a good person for that now? Like, you already have a huge team compared to everyone else. So what? Now you're giving by telling people to sign up with other people. This is just like on Sundays when they show somebody else's link and they're like, look at us doing this great act of charity.
And just do it. Go check it for yourself. I'm telling you, it's why would I be here if it wasn't? And I can mark it. I'm here because this is it. I'm not going nowhere. You'll never ever meet a family, the Mafara family, that cares more about other people, sometimes more than they do themselves.
The funny thing is that we haven't really met his family. Like, we don't really know his wife or much about her or his kids or anything like that.
No joke. The headaches, the heartache.
Not that I want him to, like, start putting his kids out or anything. I'm just saying, though, like, when they go on these rants, they're always like, oh, Ash Mufara, his amazing wife, his great kids, his loving family, blah, blah, blah. Like, we don't see them.
He's going to because he wanted everyone to be a partner. Here's the partner part.
Okay.
Partners usually pay half and bring in half. We're sharing the wealth. We don't share any of the hard work. We don't share any of the payments.
Okay.
We don't share nothing. Only the profits coming in. If that makes you upset, you should not come in. If that just, man, I don't want to share profits with a unicorn company, multi-unicorn company.
Multi-unicorn isn't a thing. Like, what? Shut up, Marty.
That's another thing. On passive, I'm really talking to people watching this, so you know. On passive is, they always tell you, you need to have more than one stream of income. Eventually, we're going to have 50, 60 digital products.
Oh my God, here we go.
And physical products. A lot of the digital products, like OConnect, billion-dollar industry. Billions.
No, OConnect is not a billion-dollar industry or anything. You have not made billions of dollars off of OConnect. No. The video conferencing software industry is a billion-dollar industry. Okay? With the successful companies in it, like Zoom. ONPASSIVE isn't even a part of that. You're not even in that. I hate it when you do this. You're doing it again. Okay, that doesn't equate to now OConnect being worth billions, because the industry of video conferencing app makes billions of dollars does not now equate to OConnect being at a value of billions of dollars. Not the same thing. Okay, this drives me insane. Like, stop doing this. It's like you do it at every chance you can possibly get. It's like, oh my God, this is not even the same thing at all.
O-Track, billion-dollar business. Academy, almost $1 trillion business. E-learning,
Okay.
and it's getting bigger. That's all here. And you
because it's a good thing that Marty is a truth engine and not a search engine.
can have a slice of the pie that was made for you. You don't have to make the pie.
Their robot looks like something that Pure Romance would sell. But yes, it does just kind of look like a trash can, doesn't it? Like one of those little desk ones that you would see in an office besides people's cubicles.
So I really wanted to put an emphasis on that today. But I want
Chris needs to pipe up and tell Marty to
stop going there.
Everybody to be happy.
For a long
Keep praying for the Mufaras, from Ash, his wife, the little boys, the sacrifice they made. I could never pay him back. Never, ever, ever. But you know how we could pay him back? It's not, I love you, I love you.
Right, it's like you make a cup of coffee in your house and then you're like, I'm a part of $1 billion industry right now. I mean, have you seen the sales of Tim Hortons and Starbucks lately? Through the roof. Look at me go.
You want to pay Ash back?
I'm a boss babe.
Be loyal.
Woo!
Do the right thing. And you know what he said? Love each other, take care of each other, and be happy. I don't want your money. I'm not looking to get
See, like, they keep talking about bonuses too. And I'm like, I don't remember bonuses. I remember the affiliate agreement saying that in future, there might be a possibility that there'll be bonuses, but that's all it really said. So, they used to hand out awards, and Ash used to hand out, I believe it was iPhones. I don't know. Maybe it was Androids. Who knows? But he did used to, give people laptops and cars. That was a thing for a while. I often wonder if all those people still have their cars. Because there were videos released of people, getting gifted cars for, doing so great in the business, and nothing was even happening.
Super rich, even though he probably will.
That was before the fucking OES was even a thing too. So it was what are they getting awarded for?
Just a byproduct of what he did. But that's not why he's doing it. And I would not say that if I didn't believe it.
Right? It's okay, so Ash decides that he wants to run a company. So Ash creates a company, and Ash makes himself the CEO of the company. Ash gets all these people to join, and then now they all owe him for the sacrifices that he's made. And I'm like, I don't think that's how that should work. Is that just me? Maybe I'm a selfish bitch. But I'm like, that's not how that works. And they've been doing this for a while now. They really like to hone it in there. Ash is sacrificing so much for all of us. Remember, he's paying $5,000 per user for OConnect to be used by all these people a month. Costs him millions of dollars a month just so that these guys can use their OConnect, And so his family's going through so much. And it's what the fuck are they going through? Name one thing. What, they're being sued by the SEC because he transferred $108 into his wife's account? Again, that's his fault. Maybe he shouldn't have stolen $108 million, transferred it to his wife. I'm telling you right now, if my husband was about to steal $108 million and he was like, I'm going to transfer that to you, I'd be like, to hell you're fucking transferring that to me. You can fuck right off. That ends up in my half of the fucking bank account because we have a joint, but it's still separate, right? We have different bank cards. That ends up over on my side. I'll be fucking pissed. All right? We fuck that. No, thank you. But that's on them. That's, again, their mistake.
There's 4 or 5 people in my life that I knew if they said it, they meant it. One was my mom. Mr. Mafaro.
That was the $108 million that was transferred to his wife's bank account. That's what that was. That was only the money from people buying in to be a founder. They found that just over 800,000 people had bought in or were a part of the company at that time.
I trust a lot of people, but I mean, to say what he did and do what he did, I don't know anybody would do that. No one. Nobody's taking care of me like he has. No one in my family, no one. I'm not.
That's cute. Mark says Marty's grandkids want him to buy them a pony when he makes his millions, but Marty is reluctant in case it's a naysayer.
Talking about love and nurturing my mom, my dad, that's different. I'm talking about giving me the potential of unlimited income. And
he's gonna end up signed up for ONPASSIVE with a fucking OConnect.
Following a person like Ash Mafaro. That's never happened to me in my life. Never. I've actually got younger in the last 5 years because of ONPASSIVE.
No, you haven't.
Feel younger. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Chris. And
we don't know. We don't know where the money is for OConnect. Allegedly, the payment processor had all of it on hold, and they were releasing it all to Ash.
Red today, by the way, and we're going to go to Chris. Go, Chris.
Thank you, Marty. Great words. Good morning, everyone. Happy birthday, Cedric Flowers out there. You remember Cedric? Come on back, Cedric. I know you're working. We miss you. Just a couple little notes here I want to explain to everyone. I woke up early this morning like I normally do, and I did all my accounts. I updated all my billing information. It is very simple to do, but I want to give you a warning.
So you have multiple accounts? Are you paying for OConnect on all these multiple accounts, Chris?
There's two things that you're supposed to be doing. I did my address and stuff first. You click on profile, and it'll show you right there. Click edit, because a lot of people are saying I can't put nothing in there. You got to click edit first. Once you put your correct address, country, a city, make sure it's all correct before you hit that save button. Why am I saying this? Because if you hit the wrong information and hit save, you can't change it right now. I had a young lady that did it yesterday. I said, send it to support, see if they can redo it.
Bob says, are we sure the Mexican hotel didn't steal the money Ash was running through their merchant account? No, we're not. We're not sure.
No, they're not doing that right now. So be very, very careful at what you're doing when you put it. It's simple. I did all my accounts in like 20 minutes. And I was on the phone back and forth doing it.
Now, here's the question. If people don't have updated information in their accounts, like they have to put all their personal information, if they don't have that updated in their accounts, are they not going to get paid? Is this your guys' new Verify? Because like I said, nothing's changed. We still don't have a verification, a KYC. Like I said, those aren't merchants, so I'm very confused.
So it's very simple. Julie Wen actually made a really nice video explaining how to do it.
Sure, she did.
It's very simple to do. So get with Julie if you need that video. Another thing I want to say, I get a lot of people from different languages.
Oh, Lord.
I get a lot of people from India asking me different questions. And I'm like, the notes are in the back office. Thank you, Daryl, Dan, Peter, and Janet, for always putting those notes. Here's what I'm going to ask. Maybe Niraj, maybe Gershmender. Why don't you put it in Hindi and put the English Hindi translation and write it up, and you can put it back in the update section so that other people that only speak Hindi can understand what the notes say.
So wait, now the O founders have to translate things themselves in their different languages? So Ash isn't even going to be putting things out in different languages anymore? Oh, great. That's wonderful. More work for them. That's what they wanted.
And that goes for any language. If you are, let's say Angie's from Germany, Angie can write it all out in German and send it out to her German founders, and they'll understand it. I get quite a few phone calls and texts every day, and they don't understand what something's saying because they don't read English or speak English. I understand that completely. So I'm calling out the leaders from all over the world, no matter what country you're in. We know that India is a big, big percentage. And I would like for you to translate in your own words in Hindi or Bengali or German or French, whatever it is. All right. So that those people can get in there in those notes. We've only put it in English. So it would be nice to see someone in there put in there a different language so they can read it.
Yeah, I know. It's really hard to translate things using AI into different languages. So difficult.
Easy thing to do. I only speak one language.
They were supposed to.
I know many words in many languages, but I only speak the one language. I'm going to announce again, we just got a 10-day extension. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Kevin, for letting me know. I had it on my board. I just wasn't watching it.
That's a good idea.
To me, that's exciting.
I'm going to start fucking doing that. I'm going to start using the Ottawa Scientology Center as my fucking address for things like this. I love it, Violet.
I was talking to Marty early this morning, and I mean early. Both of us, we never know exactly what's going to happen. And it's exciting for both. Oh boy. And we go a little stir crazy. I think for me, that's the fun.
See, and that's part of the problem too, is that people are allegedly getting paid on the same thing that they bought OConnect with, and we don't know, because when people were buying OConnect, a lot of people had to get like different cards and stuff. So we don't know. We don't know how any of that is going to work, and it seems like they're not explaining it very well in this.
None of it. I know that he's getting.
So, like, we shouldn't have all these questions. We should know this. Like, I should know right now as an oat founder that if I go and I update my information in my back office, and I should know if I have to attach my bank account to the wallet or like what I have to do in order to get my money. I should already be knowing this. This should already be knowledge in my little head. But it is not. Which is also why oftentimes I'm like, yeah, we're not getting paid again. Because I feel like if we were, we would all know that information at least. You know? Have a good one, Sam.
Very close to what he's doing. I'm not going to say this or that this week or that way. Someone was asking, where's Ash before? Leave Ash alone. He's working. I don't think you understand what's on.
Oh my God. I'm going to have a fucking aneurysm right now. You literally use Ash and his possible presence on your Wednesday webinars to trick people into coming to your Wednesday webinars. And then Ash doesn't show up. And then people will be like, hey, where's Ash? You were all like, oh, we told Ash he might come, baiting us and shit. And then you have the audacity after you do that to come out here and be like, stop asking us where Ash is. Why can't you just leave him alone? He's just trying to be your friend. It's like, no, fuck off. You literally used him. Oh, he might come to the 360 this week. You know, we did send Ash a link, you say. Oh, guys, we did send Ash a link today. Better come on the O Connect. He might show up. And so, of course, people are going to be like, well, where's Ash? You know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous. Then stop using him then. Shut the fuck up about whether or not he's going to be coming on the stream or not. Just do your daily fucking webinars that you do. And then if he shows up, he shows up. But you know what you're doing.
His plate right now, what he's doing.
Leave that ass
alone. But I would say just be patient.
Be patient.
Read your back office constantly.
Just be patient.
Again, I've seen a few posts today where people were putting the wrong information out. And I don't want to come on here doom and gloom every day, but that affects me personally when I see someone write the wrong information and they post it out. So if you do see something that's wrong, just ask them to take it down or I'm going to terminate them. Ha! You can say that. I'm just kidding. But don't put out the wrong information. Don't talk about money. We're going to show them in the future what ONPASSIVE has really done for us. To tell someone a outright lie of something that's not happening right now and you're saying it is happening, it's not a good thing. It's number one, it's bad on your part, but it makes everyone look bad. Sorry. And it's just one of those things that we have to constantly watch every single day, get in groups, see who's saying what. I have many people that say, Chris, is this true? And that's okay, but you know the answer is, if it's not in the back office or you didn't hear one of us say it or Ash say it, it's not true. So follow that to a T. And like I said, I'm real serious about the different languages. Get out. And I know probably a lot of you do it, sending out personal emails in different languages, and that's great. But for India right now, because that's where I get most of my questions, I'm going to ask Gershman or Neeraj to translate it and put it back in the update section.
Which is kind of
so they can understand it and read it. We want everyone to understand what's going on rather than guess. And the note people, the lady and gents that do the notes, they do a great job doing it. You did see 360 is out there all over the place. People are watching it and sharing it. That's great. We want to get, that's the right information. Don't listen to information coming from somebody else that's just bashing. That's not good because they don't really.
Except the recovering Hunbot didn't add anything. She literally just restreamed your stream. So
we know the truth. All right. That's a big pet peeve on me.
And you probably should listen to me about how these merchants are not merchants because you're being lied to.
Is We do have other.
Like, obviously, Chris and Marty didn't even Google what these companies were so that they could come up with a good excuse as to why they were there. Like, if you're going to be in a scam and scam people, could you not be so fucking lazy? Like, you could have at least come out here and been like, now listen, guys, I understand that one of them's a cybersecurity place and the other one is, like, computer repair out in Ghana. But, like, listen, this is why, okay? Ash had to put it in different names, or he has a friend that's helping him out with the merchant. Like, you could have said a million better fucking lies for this. I'm almost disappointed in your pure laziness of just being like, that's the name of the merchant. When, again, that makes no sense because they're not merchants. So how are there two merchants, one of them named after some fucking computer repair place, and another one named after a business that's changed its name and it's the old name? Why are there two merchants using other companies then? What kind of merchants are these? Why should people trust them? Like, see, this is what I mean. It's like you can't even put work into your scamming. It's pathetic.
Channels that want to broadcast bad things or this ain't happening. I'm going to let you know it's all happening. And it's going down, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to give a date or a time because if that date comes by and time comes by, Chris said this. No. Listen to me. This Chris and Marty say and Red say the right stuff. We talk about things to keep you involved, excited.
You've all lied many times. See, Ash said any day now, so you all said any day now. Ash straight up came out here and said it won't be weeks, it won't be months, hours. It'll be hours, not even days. Any day now, any day now.
And it's just one of those. I got to see. You can hear my phone going off right now. Let me turn off the sound. That's what my life is about. I answer quite a few questions daily.
It's like
some people said, I actually had a person the other day say, Chris, I don't speak English, so they're using the Google Translator or whatever. And it actually works out pretty good. But I'm thinking, why wouldn't they just go to their country's leaders and talk to them about it? So a lot of people like coming to us.
It's funny because you're like, oh, we hate it when people message us and ask us questions all the time, but then you have no problem being like, so if you speak a different language, make sure that you all go and harass the top leaders in that language to translate things for you. It's funny. We cleared the last step to pay pending withdrawals. Ash, yeah. So people are like, yeah, our money should be coming in right now. Where's our money? Hello. It should be today.
And that's great. And we're not going to turn you down, but your country, go to your leader in there and ask them the questions because you'll be able to speak with them in your language and understand a lot more. Everything is plain and simple.
Their country leaders are spreading even more lies than Chris and Marty. Yes, they are. I did a stream about one or a video about one there, and that Honest Critic had talked about Zafir Javier or whatever. I still can't say his name, but anyway, he was one of the ones that is definitely spreading more lies than Chris and Marty, which is funny because they don't like the misinformation spread, but then they're like, go to the founders spreading the misinformation. You know, Chris would have no problem with an Indian founder joining his downline. Just don't come to him when it's time for commissions, right? Or if you have a question.
As far as I'm concerned, this I'm going to say, and Marty and Robin reminded me of this last night and this morning.
Oh, yeah.
When you're doing your billing information, it's not a race. Don't, oh my God, I got to do this. Because that's when you're going to mess up. Take your time, review everything, look at it right.
Then, yeah.
When it's all good, you hit save. Now,
so it does sound like you all have to go and input your personal information with your address and etc. into the OES.
I did a bunch this morning, and I kept, because I was taking so long, would time me out, close, open again, and just do it again. Because I was doing quite a few of them, but I was doing them fast. But don't go fast. look exactly what you're doing. I'm probably going to keep saying that, but Marty also made a video explaining how to
don't go fast,
upload or download. I don't know. I'm not technical. If you do an O Connect, where does it go? Marty did make a nice little video. I kind of wish she'd put that in the back office in the update section because it's a good one. And we'll go from there. But other than that, I'm excited. I think Ash took a huge step yesterday announcing the pop-up. And like Marty said, read the whole pop-up. Understand what it says. All right. Read it. Understand it. We know we got something coming in India, which they asked for, actually. I can remember when Gershmender asked this question. And at that time, Ash said, well, we're looking into it, but it's a lot more expensive. Ash is doing it, which I'm grateful for. Again, working with the system. He's not against anyone. He finds a way, okay, let's look at it. I'm sure he looked at a million other options. Let's just do this. It works. People in India are using it. And that's what he does. This is the stuff that while we're out enjoying ourselves or working or whatever you're doing, he's doing. I don't like behind the scenes, but he's working at it. He's doing it constantly. For all of us, for every one of us, for the world, things that are coming, we don't know yet. Because I hear it in his voice what's coming. He's relaxed. He's very, very excited. I never see the guy nervous whatsoever. But
okay,
he's ready to blow this thing up, guys. He really is ready to blow it up. I can't tell you. I can't tell you when. And if I knew, I wouldn't even tell you, but I don't know. So, and Greg Lakin, yeah, send me a private message. We'll get you on a show next week. Tonight, 6 o'clock is full. And this is the reason why. Kevin Rutledge is making us posters, and we put Kevin Rutledge through hell the last couple days because we're sending the people names, and he's done a lot of work for it. So we're going to try to cut down on those people where it's not so many, like Marty said. So hang in there. Send me private messages. I told most people, send me next week and remind me. Remind me constantly. I have Telegram, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, email, and I got to check them all on a daily basis. So what else did I want to say? I don't know, but I'm excited. I have a busy day today before our 6 o'clock. I'm getting the old mop cut off today because I definitely need it. I'm saying prayers for everyone. I do have a little prayer request. My girlfriend Lucci has been gone through for the last 5 days. She lost all her motion in her legs and her hands. She's been in the hospital for 3 days. I ask that you pray for her and give her, just give her a lot of praise. She needs it. They're running tests on her daily, and we'll figure that out. But she literally can't walk anymore. And that's very upsetting to see, especially with me being so far away. So praying for everyone that's got issues going out there. I know a lot of us do. I do. Everyone does. But I constantly pray for you. I get up early and I go to bed late, and I still pray for y'all. So keep that up. I love every one of you. God bless all of you. This is happening. You heard me yesterday. It's coming. Just because what I know, what I see. Stay tuned for the next chapter in your life because it's going to be great. Marty DeGarmo, back to you.
Oh, Lord,
Boom,
back
bada,
to
boom,
you.
bada, boom. By the way, I am going to be on a webinar with Collins Manna with Engineer Shashante. I don't know where the link is. Engineer Shashante, you can put the attendee link here if you want. I'd love to see everybody there. Thank you, everybody. So I got to get ready to go to that at 11 o'clock. So I'm going to get off. Thank you very much. Like Chris said, take it easy. You're not in a sprint. It's better to do it right. You're not going to be left behind. Make sure you got the right numbers in. Make sure you do the right thing. Because when you go click, it's a security thing. They're not going to just let you go in there and change it every couple of minutes. Make sure it's correct. Anyway, see you all.
And that's where it cuts off. So again, it does sound like if you do not go into the back office and fill out your personal information, then that is going to be the excuse that they give for why you don't get paid. So make sure you go and put your information in there. So now let's just take a little moment and go take a look at the website. This is their website right now. It's ugly as fuck. I hate it. I hate the colors. It looks like, I just hate it. This is how it moves. They actually do have a scroll here now, although I can't scroll with it, so that kind of sucks. I don't know what it's there for, because when I try to scroll, like, that's as far as I can go up and down. It doesn't actually scroll to the next page. As you guys can see, it's, yeah, but there is another page still. See? I can go down when I click the arrow on my keyboard. Same with going up. There's another page up when I click up, but when I use this, I cannot go up to the page above it. So they're almost there, I guess. They're almost there. I still have to use my up and down buttons. So that's what it looks like right now. I'm just going to take you into the back office here for a quick second. This is the back office area, the good old dashboard here. So you can see I still have my 10 O coin. I am very, very, very rich. And what they're talking about is they're actually talking about this area right here, where you have to edit. Ghana PC repairs, payment processors, and apparently web designers, right? Best internet company ever! Ash went with the color of mold to show how long it's been dead. It actually is. Like, it's so ugly. This is probably my least favorite one. I don't know if I've said that before, but this color scheme is my least favorite. You know? So let's see what they let us fill out. Here we have name, first name, that, last name, bitch. Got the email address, their OMail. I joined September 1st, 2023. I'm in the US according to this. I can select my nationality, blah, 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 has my email address. You go down and it asks for your address, 2 lines of it, country, state or province, city, postal code, which this is in a weird order to me. Like, usually you would have the city before the country and the state. But anyway, that's pretty much all that they'll let you edit. So it's funny because he said click on edit profile, but if you click on edit profile, you're only able to edit this stuff here. Okay, like your name and your place of resident, your nationality, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Come down here. See, it says this field is required for a mobile number. I'm not giving them one. You come down here, it says edit billing address. So you actually have to click edit on that and then fill out that information. Okay. So there's that. Now, for the O wallet, because I want to see if we can come in here and put in any more information, but there doesn't appear to be a any place to edit any information. So as of right now, they are not like providing us with a way to give our bank information. I am assuming that will come in future. It will come in future. No, that's not my picture. It's one I found on Google. So I just wanted to show you this because this really made me laugh. I was fooling around on here the other day, like I normally do. And I came on ONET and I went to go and see, because if you guys see, me and Sherry are friends on ONET. She's been my friend since last year. Very close to her. She's my bestie. And when I click on her profile, it just re-uploads my profile. So you can't see any of your friends' ONET profiles. It just like uploads as mine. And I find this very weird. And then 20 minutes later, it's not 20 minutes, but it takes a very long time. 20 minutes later, very long time after, then it loads as hers. Isn't that the weirdest transition and longest lasting transition that you've ever seen? Isn't it though? It took so fucking long. I was like, oh my God, why is this taking so long? So I don't know how they messed that up, but they definitely messed that up. So I found that to be quite fun. I was having some fun with that the other day, trying to click on my friends and then seeing how long it took to load. And I was like, every single one of them took that long. A lot of people would give up and would just assume that they can't see their friends' profiles and just move on, you know? As of January, calling 202-762-1401 from anywhere in the U.S. will give a correct time from Eastern. Or it's just the time? Oh, I'll have to use that. Yes, the ONET. You love that. I'm Sherry's friend. Yeah, she's my bestie on there. I'm viral on ONET. Yay! I went viral before ONPASSIVE did. Look at that. Look at that. I always get some Indian dudes notifications on my ONET, right? There's a lot of them. It's true. I have no friends on ONET, so I see nothing. Really, usually there's like a few people that they'll still show you on the ONET time list. You know, why would anyone give their bank info in order to get paid? Right? Because if they're paying commissions to you, then you're going to want to take those out of the O-wallet one day and put it in your bank account, one would hope. And this is why I'm like, are we even getting paid commissions right now? Because you would think that if we were at the stage where people are waiting for their commission payments, you would think that they would then be linking their bank accounts or PayPals or something to O-wallet. But it's very obvious that Ash knows damn well that none of these people are going to be able to take out this money. Or he thinks none of them are going to want to because it's going to cost more than $143, which is their commission, to get OConnect again for another, 4 months, right? You haven't logged in since September and November. Yeah, back then it might not have had anyone, right? It was still sort of new then. They need real bank accounts, not prepaid cards. I mean, a lot of places will also let you link your PayPal or something like that, but there isn't a way to put in any information whatsoever at all. So to end this stream, just recently they shared this on Twitter, but in good old April of this year, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, wrote this very quick, sweet, to the point article that I think would be a good way to sort of end off this stream. And it is called, "If Someone You Care About Paid a Scammer, Here's How to Help." Always looking for how we can help people the proper ways and help people more. Let's see if I can make this a bit bigger so that you guys can actually, there we go. That looks better. There we go. So, sharing a scam experience with someone you know takes courage. If someone trusts you enough to share their scam story, especially if the scammer is still in touch with them, here's some advice to help guide you. So this is for anyone out there that knows somebody that is in ONPASSIVE. It says, lead with empathy. Respond with kindness and concern instead of criticizing or expressing disappointment. Scams can happen to anyone. Keep lines of communication open with a kind, concerned response. And the keeping the lines of communication open part is very important. This is why I often tell people not to cut ties with their friends and family members who are stuck in cults or MLMs. You know, those cults and MLMs want to isolate them from their family and friends. So the most important thing that you can do is keep those lines of communication open, especially with a kind, concerned response. The FTC says, let them tell their story. Talking about a scam experience helps you both understand what happened. And talking about the scam also helps both of you spot it in the future. It's always good to educate yourself. Validate their story. The only person at fault here is the scammer, not your friend or family member. It's a scammer's job to steal money or information, and they'll target anyone. Ask them not to blame themselves and instead blame the scammer. Ask what we can do next together. See if their personal information was involved too. So identity theft might be a concern. See if they might want to report the scam. Their story can help protect friends, family, their community, and themselves, as well as helping law enforcement agencies like the FTC fight that scam. Want more help for your friend or family? Here are some resources. To report a scam, you can go to reportfraud.ftc.gov. And there are other steps you can take, such as going to your bank account and talking to the bank about stopping payment or getting a refund. And if identity theft is a concern, you can actually start identity theft recovery if you go to identitytheft.gov. So just remember that. I just thought that maybe we should just go over that since it's the new updated version of what to do if someone that you love has been scammed. I always say to report it to the FTC, report any illegal marketing to tina.org. They're the truth in advertising, so I usually report that to there. And, maybe just let your securities commissioner know that the scams are going on. That can always help. So hopefully that was helpful to some of you out there. And that's really all I have for you today. I wanted to see how everyone was reacting after the payment processor. Again, tonight, I guess they're doing another wonderful webinar where they're going to be using a marginalized group in order to prey on. And if it ends up being a decent one, then I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon and we'll see how that goes. Or if anything else comes up, I guess we can see how that goes as well. Maybe tomorrow will be a fun clip, fun clip stream, as you guys call it. People can put the OCoin into their own accounts. I wouldn't give them account info. The OCoin is not cryptocurrency. So no, they cannot. I wouldn't give account info either, but that is how people would be withdrawing. That's why I say it's probably better to use PayPal or something instead. The good news is, as of right now, they're not asking for that information. It's just a little odd that they're not asking for that information if they are paying out commissions. A lot of these people are acting like they're about to be handed like millions of dollars any day now. So it's like, okay, why aren't you even being asked for your banking information? Like, did you maybe wonder about that? You're being told what merchants are allegedly paying you, but you're not being asked for PayPal or banking information so you can withdraw the money from the O-wallet. Seems sus to me. It feels like someone manually turning a page. It does. It does. So, now you guys know about the merchant as well. I felt like that was important information to put out there. So, just keep all of that in mind as we go forward, because I have a feeling that, something's going to be happening here over the next week or so. And this information about their alleged merchants will be important to know. I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate all of you. Please do give this a like on your way out, and then have a fabulous rest of your day. And remember, don't join it. It's a scam, a pyramid-shaped one.
My name is Ashma Potter, and I'm your friend. My name is Ashma Potter, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call. Hey.
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ashma Potter. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was 3-minute ash. Another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want, but
Yeah.
call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to crazy men talking about their experiences. My name is Ashma Potter, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Have a fabulous day. See you tomorrow. Rolling on.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ashma Potter.
Stop going there.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ashma Potter, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.